All right, welcome to Unsolicited Advice, where 4 of the brightest B2B marketing minds pick one company's web presence and serve up their unsolicited advice. Our goal today is to help you learn in concrete case studies and in real time. We're going to help you find 4 marketing experts and engage in some competitive consulting. So today's unsolicited victim is actually TKO Graphix. That's right. You can check them out at TKOGraphix.com. And TKO Graphix wraps vehicles, cars and trucks and lawnmowers. If you're driving down the highway and you see those big graphics on the side of a van, or you go to a food truck and they got awesome graphics, that's what TKO Graphix does. So whatever you drive, they will wrap it. Now, joining me, as they do every week, is my band of B2B branding brothers, my authors and experts extraordinaire. We're going to start with Todd Wheatland, author of the upcoming book, The Marketer's Guide to SlideShare. Todd, give me your first word on TKO Graphix.
Drew, I'd say opportunity. This is, these guys they've got some great stories here. They've got some fantastic, raw, homemade sort of videos. They've had a lot of fun doing them. They've got lots of personality. I really want to see more of that stuff. They've got the content, but they don't have a content strategy. They need to get that stuff out on the homepage. They need to integrate it more tightly with all their social platforms. They're already doing well on social. They need to be more consistent. Get those video and other photo assets working harder for them, and get all the other stuff behind that. They need to lead with the content because it's great and it's original.
I love it. They've got the content but no content strategy. We see that a lot. That's a great advice. All right, we have Brian Massey with us. He's the self-proclaimed conversion scientist, the Mr. Wizard of the web world, and the author of the book, Your Customer Creation Equation. All right, Brian, what's your first word?
My first word is wee-wee, because I think that these guys' copy has too much wee-wee-wee in it. To quote the Eisenberg brothers, they're wee-weeing all over themselves. Every other paragraph starts with TKO Graphix, and we are, and we did, and we have, and we're experts. And, a visitor doesn't really want to know about you at this point. They want to know about their problems. They want to solve their problems. So your copy should address those issues first.
All right. Brian says too much we in their wee-wee. So we're going to have to fix that web content right away. All right. Josh Miles is here to weigh in on this wonderful web teardown. Josh Miles just published a book called Bold Brand, and he's the one that actually found TKO Graphix while researching his book. He's the B2B brand boy right here in the flesh. Josh, sum it up for us. What is your first word on TKO Graphix?
Hey Drew, how's it going? I would say my word for TKO today is focus. These guys are specialists in their field. They're clearly carving out a niche in vehicle graphics. But when I get to their website and look around, I don't see a lot of focus. I'm not sure as their visitor really where to go or what they want me to do when I get there.
I think focus is great. If they could get off the we, have a content strategy, and focus, they'd be much better off. All right, I'm your co-host. I'm Andrew Davis. My book, Brandscaping, Unleashing the Power of Partnerships, hits virtual shelves this September. I took my time picking my first word for TKO Graphix, and I got to be honest, it's design. If you hit on the service button on their website and you check it out, they say that they're a full-service graphics company and that they offer design services. And they do some amazing work with their vehicles. They look awesome. I can imagine driving down the highway and being wowed by the stuff they design. But their website doesn't make me feel like I should trust them with their design services. So my piece of simple design advice is either take design off as a service you offer, or fix your website, make it look like I can trust you with the design of my vehicle. I know that might sound harsh, but I really do believe it. All right, we're going to sum up our round one here. I actually think Josh's advice is some of the best I've heard. Focus, focus, focus. And I think if they did focus, instead of talked about we all the time and had a content strategy around a focused idea, they'd be winning all the way to the bank. So, Josh, you're winning round one with 2,000 points in our competitive consulting match. Let's move on to round two. That's right, Josh. Alright gang, it's time to pick some low-hanging fruit. The easy, quick wins that the gang at TKO Graphix could implement today to make an impact in their online world. These are the ripe apples that are ready for picking, the sweet peaches about to drop. Don't bring a ladder, just bring a simple fix that could make an impact. Alright Josh, you won the last segment. You pick something. What's your quick win, your low-hanging fruit?
Thanks, Drew. Well, I'm going to totally cheat on low-hanging fruit since this is a company that I know of and I've kind of been through their offices before. I'm going to say they are totally missing out on showing you guys how cool their facility is. That's something they could play up really big on the homepage or even the About Us page. So, again, I think there's a great opportunity to show just how cool and how big these guys are, and they're totally missing the boat.
Okay, Josh. You cheated, so you get negative 2,000 points for that. We've never seen their facility. I don't think it's fair. So no cheating. Minus 2,000 points. Great advice, and we're gonna have to hear from Todd to see if he can pick up the slack. Todd, you're up. What's the one thing you'd fix or change or enhance right away, and what do you think the impact would be on their business?
Look, I've got to say, I think it's really interesting if you look at their blog. They've got some fantastic content I mentioned before, some great videos, lots of visuals, and some great stories about what's going on inside the company. But they also have this stuff like management techniques, social media tips, even articles about cats and weather. And that stuff's just not right for this side. That's great content if people want to write about it and put it in their own personal blogs. But this blog should be all about the company, their opportunity, the market, the awesome things they're doing, and really create a hub of knowledge that anyone who's interested in graphics can come to. So for me,
wait a minute, are you killing the cats? You're 86 in the cats? How cold is that?
you got to kill the cats.
They're kittens. Oh my God, you're so cold.
They're not kittens. They're full-grown cats.
You got to kill the cats if you're going to win some business. I think that's Todd's advice, and I would give him back. I'd give him Josh's 2,000 points for that great focused advice. They got to get off the. There you go. Some
Wait a minute.
points.
He kills the cats and he gets my 2,000 points. That's crazy.
Man, this is a tough crowd.
All right, Brian. Since you don't like the killed cats, tell me what you do like. What's your low hanging fruit?
I think that they should kill some baby seals. How many points is that worth, Drew?
No points for needlessly killing. He's killing with a purpose.
All right, well, I'm going to go for the low-hanging fruit. This is a low-hanging watermelon. This is where the money meets the road. These aren't points. This is dollars we're talking about, and this is their request quote page. You come to this page, and it is terrifying. It has very, very personal information that they want to know about you. They want to know about your address. They want to know your title. They want to know your company. Now, this may all be interesting to a salesperson, but you're not collecting their credit card yet. Just take the information you need. You need my name. You need my number. You need my email address. And let me indicate to you what I'm interested in. That's it. Put the rest of the deal killers away, and I think you're going to see this page convert much, much higher. And that means money in the pocket.
I love it. You're getting right down to the dollars. Maybe I should give you 2,001 points for that one because that's good advice. It speaks right to the ROI. Yeah, sorry, Todd. You just lost this segment out to a guy who's looking right at the dollar signs right there at the conversion page, and I think that's pretty good advice. Before we wrap up the segment, though, let me give you my quick low-hanging fruit, and I think it has to do with their great social media presence they've started to build. Facebook, Flickr, Twitter, they're all over the place. Their YouTube channel. The problem is they have a great fun About Us page with a wonderful story, and I want to connect with the people behind the brand. It sounds like they have great people that work there, and I would say one of the easiest and quickest things they could do is take their brand from just being a brand to being a personal brand, one that I can identify with and actually connect with. So that's my low-hanging fruit. Start talking like people instead of like a big brand in the marketplace. All right, since Todd, you're up in arms with the 1-point lead, how many points would you give me for that great advice?
Look, it is great advice, strangely. I'm going to give you 1,999 points for that, sucker.
I hope somebody's keeping up with all this.
All right, so Brian wins the low-hanging fruit segment with 2,001 points, and let's move on to round 3, competitive advantage. Okay, we're offering up round 3, competitive advantage, and it looks like Brian's in the lead with, I think, 2,100 points or something insane. So in this round, everyone needs to find a competitor to TKO Graphix and tell us the one thing that competitor is doing better than TKO Graphix and what we can learn from that competitor. So Brian, since you're in the lead, who'd you find that delivers a competitive advantage and why?
I found carwrap.com. First thing I love is the domain. Now this is actually a service for a company called Build a Sign, and if Josh is into focus, this is the place that has the focus, because there's very little evidence that this is a sign shop. They really focus on car wraps, and what they do right is they get the 2 most important things on the page are bright. The request a quote button, obvious and visible, and their samples, they have a little matrix of samples here. So if I'm interested in how creative they are, I can flip through their samples very easily and see just how fantastic they are. Makes me want to buy.
All right, so carwrap.com. Sounds like you found someone with the competitive advantage. All right, let's try Josh. Josh, what did you see out there in the marketplace? What's your competitive advantage?
Yeah, guys, I'm looking at fastsigns.com. Now, Fast Signs is a national franchise for signs, banners, and vehicle graphics. And when you go to their homepage and click on the little car down at the bottom of their homepage, it takes you to their products page and doesn't take you anywhere to vehicle graphics. So although I think this Fast Signs site might have them beat on the professionalism and the nice design of the homepage, I think TKO's specialization in vehicle graphics makes it really obvious when you get on their homepage, especially when you get into those Flickr galleries that we already know are helping them drive great sales there at TKO. I think TKO's site's going to eat their lunch and pop the bag.
All right, eat their lunch and pop their bag. Fast Signs, big national chain about to get eaten by TKO if they take your advice, which is really nice. All right, Todd, what do you got? This is your last shot at trying to win this game.
I got to try eat their lunch and pop the bag. I'm going to go with the ASPCA.org. I think if you're going to go with kittens, you may as well really play it hard. And these guys tear at the heartstrings. They got kittens with big blue eyes. They've got bigger cats, they've got dogs, I think they've even got bears. So this is a fantastic site for these guys to learn from.
I just want to wrap myself in fur.
So ASPCA.org has better visual graphics that are compelling that make me want to get a cat or dog.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah. All right, Todd. ASPCA.org, good find. I don't know if that's the competitive advantage, but it's good advice. I found thebadwrap.com, WRAP.com. Now, these guys don't even actually wrap cars. They don't physically do it. But what's interesting about them is that they actually provide the templates for designers that are interested in wrapping cars. And I think if the guys at TKO Graphix just took that simple idea of helping people embrace their inner creative person and provided all the templates so that they could start trying to design their own cars, they'd actually see a net benefit at the end of the day to downloading and creating those templates for their user base and fans and followers. I think it's a focus strategy, and I think the Bad Rap has done it right. So that's my sense. All right, Brian, since you were in the lead going into this segment, who do you think has pulled out this episode and actually delivered the competitive advantage?
I think we got to give 10,000 points to the cats. We got to go with the ASPCA. Todd's the big winner in my book. He gets this marketing stuff.
So Todd wins with a really bizarre connection to the ASPCA.org and 10,000 points, even though you had the lead coming into this segment. I think that's great. So our winner is Todd Wheatland for this first episode of Unsolicited Advice, and as the winner, Todd, you get to wrap it all up, consultant style for us. What did we learn today, and what can others learn from TKO Graphix?
What did we learn? These guys are doing some great things, but they just need to focus. So that's what something Josh told us. Brian told us to, fix that inquiry form, basically. I told us we have to think like the RSPCA or the ASPCA for you guys, and What did you tell us, Andrew?
I don't think I added any value today. I probably got negative 4,000 points just for sitting here and reading my stupid script.
All right. Awesome host.
We should give him some points just because I feel good after seeing those kittens.
All right, thanks. All right, gang, that's it for our very first episode of Unsolicited Advice. Whether you wanted it or not, TKO Graphix, we gave you the best of what we could put together in 10 minutes, and that's our unsolicited advice. So we'll hope you see it in a future episode. We'll come back and revisit TKO Graphix to see if they've taken any of our advice. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining, and we'll see you next week.